All right, if you're watching this video, you want to wholesale land. You want to make 10,000, you want to make 20,000, you want to make 30, you want to make $50,000 in one deal. Hell, if you think bigger, you can even make $100,000 in one deal. The issue that you have is you don't have a lot of money. There's usually three main issues that people have when they want to get into real estate, especially real estate wholesaling. One, they don't have enough money. Two, they don't have enough time. And three, they don't have enough experience. So today I want to talk to you about how you can overcome your money hurdle. Before I go into it, I want to give you a quick background. My name is Kenny, man. I am from Cameroon. I'm an immigrant. I wasn't even born in America, okay? And I came here when I was 9 years old. I got introduced into real estate wholesaling in 2018. We're in 2024 right now. I was a broke college student. I lived at my mom's house in the basement. You know how it goes. I didn't even have a solid job at the time, right? I was just going through college. I was just trying to figure out my way, trying to understand like what I wanted to do in my life. In 2018, around that time, my dad had passed away. So I didn't really have like a male figure in my life that could really guide me, that I could trust, you know? I was just looking in information, trying to figure out. I was going through community college, and I was trying to understand what major I wanted to do. I wanted to make money, but I know I didn't want to go through a lot of school to do it. And I, kind of like the idea of, profits and stuff like that. So I was figuring out also like, which is the best business for me to go into. And I was doing a whole bunch of different things. Like I was flipping phones. I can make $100 a week here, $200 a week here from the phones. That ended up not working. Then I stumbled upon land, still broke, but I was like, man, I want to understand this. I can make a $10,000 a deal. That's really what intrigued me, and I'm pretty sure that might be the reason that it intrigues you too. And on top of that, I was just tired of being broke, so I figured like, man, if I could just do one deal, that would literally change my entire life. And so I went on this whole tangent. I was, buying courses, buying mentorships. I was putting things on credit cards. Didn't even have the money to do it yet. I got approved I wasn't even making 10 grand a year, yet I got approved for a $10,000 credit card. Spent all of that money on coaching and stuff like that. I want you to avoid all of my mistakes right now. I'm not saying that coaching was the worst thing. Coaching was actually a really good motivator, but it was a motivator in terms of once I got through the coaching and I didn't get my deal, I hadn't gotten a deal. Like the coaching was like 6 months, I think. And after those 6 months, I still didn't get a deal. So I was like, damn, this sucks. I had to pay that money back. I don't even have the money for it. That really motivated me to keep going. I'm like, man, nah, I'm already in deep. I'm already in deep. I have to keep going now. There's no turning back. I'm just saying all this to say that I didn't come from money, okay? So I completely understand the type of shoes that you're in right now. I was in the exact same shoes, especially if you haven't done a deal and you're like, man, is this even possible for me? First and foremost, yes, it's possible for you. And the fact that you're actually finding information on how to make it possible for you is already a good sign. You're already searching for the information. That's good. Your way to success is this much closer. All you really need is strategic steps on what you need to take and what you need to do to get to where you want to go. So you're probably here, oh, I want to get a deal, and this is the deal. You just need steps on how to get there. If you're literally broke, like you have no money, it's gonna be really tough because wholesaling land is a business overall. Let me stop BSing and let me actually get right to the topic at hand. You want to make money, but you don't have that much money. And how much is not that much money? Oh, you only have like $400 to $600 to spare every single month on like marketing. If you have that much amount of money to spare, that's not that much money, but it's still something, right? $100 and to like, do you not even have like $300 that you can spend on this business? Because if you don't, I'm gonna slap you into reality. I want you to understand that if you don't have even $300 that you need which you would need to even just operate the business, you need to go get a job. You need to get a job that pays you enough money for where you have more money coming in than you can spend, and you invest the money in real estate. Point blank, period. Like, there's nothing, no other discussion. Your main focus right now is to get a higher paying job. When I first started, that's exactly what my mentor told me. I was working as a server and I was making $400 to $500 a week, right? So that's about like $2,000 after you know, a whole month, and like after taxes, that's like nothing. So he told me, go get a better job. I didn't get to finish college yet. Like, what kind of job can I get without even any type of degree? So what I ended up doing was I read How to Win Friends and Influence People, and that book literally changed my mind. In that book, it was telling me how I can increase my money as a server, and I was implementing that in my serving job, and literally my income shot up from $500 a week to $700 a week. That's $200 extra, okay? Every single week. That left me with $800 extra. If you're not making a lot of money, one, get a job if you don't have one. Two, figure out how to earn more money at the job that you have right now. You need to figure that out. That should be your first step, okay? Fast forward, you now have extra money that you can spend. You have about, you know, $500 to $700 that you can spend every single month on this business. Here is your step-by-step game plan. The first thing you want to do is you want to get PropStream. PropStream is a place where you can get property owner data, and they charge about $100 every single month. You can be able to extract 10,000 property records every single month. You only really need like 2,000 to 5,000 records to start. Once you have your PropStream account, you have your data, now you pretty much need to skip trace that data. I will recommend batch skip tracing because the records they give are pretty good, but also inexpensive. 2,000 record costs about $180 a month, right? Well, at least not a month, like for one, you have to pay it up front. So now you are already expending $280. You see why I'm telling you that you needed to at least have $300 to spend? Because you're already expending $280 and you haven't even gone to the dollar. And then the dollar is gonna cost you about $138 per month. The reason why I wanna push you to get a dollar is it is very, very frustrating having to manually dial numbers. You don't wanna do that. You're gonna wanna, you know what I'm saying? You don't wanna be the one to do that. So the power dollar is very important because it's gonna save you a lot of stress. Like, you don't have to keep dialing numbers. You don't have to end calls and do all of that. Like, you know, after you get your list and you skip trace it, plug in your list into Batch Dollar, and basically Batch Dollar is gonna compile the list of numbers. Make sure that your list has the top 3 numbers on the first 3 rows, right? It just dials the numbers for you. So it will pop up the record, it will have the name of the person, have the address and all that good stuff. It will dial the numbers until the call connects. So it just make your life so much simple. Once you have that, like, you have 2,000 records, okay? However long it takes you to get through 2,000 records is really up to how much time you have. So I would definitely recommend you call at least 3 hours every single day. 3 hours minimum. 3 hours every single day. If you call for 3 hours every single day, you might be hitting maybe 100 to 200 contacts that day. And so it's gonna take you at that pace a week, maybe 2 weeks at the most for you to get through that record until you need to buy more. If you don't have that much money, this is the best bet because you can just burn through that to that list. There's still a possibility that you can get one deal from that list. It is still a higher possibility for you to get a deal than if you weren't calling at all. If you have like $400 to spare, just do this in the meantime. Just keep calling, just keep calling, just keep calling. And then you're going to get a deal in the contract. It could be your 3rd month. Shoot, sometimes you might even need 6. You know, it took me a year and a half of doing exactly what I'm telling you right now before I got my first deal. If you want to compress that, you got to make more money and then bring that money, spend more money here. That's really it. I would say once you actually have maybe $1,000 you can spend every single month, I would definitely recommend direct mail. If you have 2,000 records you're sending, it's gonna cost you $1,200. If you have $1,000 to spend, direct mail is probably a little bit better for you, especially if you don't have that much money or if you hate cold calling. I'm not that consistent with cold calling, so I prefer direct mail, and I still get some pretty decent response from it, especially in the land business. That's why it's so important you get into it now, because like it's really that much competition. That's basically what I would recommend. There's so many other free ways for you to get a deal. You can do bandit signs. You could also do like posts on Facebook groups, build up your buyers list and partner up with somebody that does have the money. Put Craigslist ads. These are a little bit outdated, but you know, like if you do it long enough, you might be able to get one. I don't know. I haven't tried it, so that's why it's like at the end of the video. Also, my bonus for you sticking to this end is use code TTP try to use code TTP on Bash Dollar and Bash Skip Tracing. It's gonna give you a discount. I stand because you watched this video, you get the discount now. You know, it just reduces your expenses, right? Who doesn't love that? If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm responding to every single comment that I get. And also, people give me recommendations of videos they want me to make. I'm making videos like this. Somebody actually told me to make this video, so that's why I'm making it. So don't be afraid to leave me a comment. Like my video, man. Tell me that you like this information so that it motivates me to make more. And then if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I also have some links in the description where you can get a free PDF that explains exactly how to do this process. So go ahead and check that link in the description, and I'll just see you in the next video. You know, it's your boy. Peace.